Yeah, I've been hunting elk for 30 years. I've been professionally guiding for 25. Oh, they're right up on top.
Right below the top.
I just have a passion for elk hunting. I wonder if that's the same deer we saw last night.
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, as many elk as we're seeing, we're bound to find something worth shooting. After this many years, it still sends shivers down my spine. There's more coming off to the right. Another bull. Go right down the ridge to the right. That's a bigger body bull. We're down here in New Mexico, the land of enchantment. Down here with Compass West Outfitters, Chris Geikema has invited me down.
It's something of a busman's holiday for Dan Harrison, as the veteran guide is guided by Compass West's young Anthony Hampton.
My name's Anthony Hampton. I work for Compass West Outfitters. I've been working here for 5 years now. I started guiding, not professionally, but as soon as I got a truck, I was taking buddies out. When I was 20 years old, working a normal day job, Chris Geikema offered me a job to do it for a profession.
Chris and I go back quite a few years, and we kind of have a little competition going, friendly competition. It's a guide deal where we're texting pictures back and forth throughout the season, and Chris is always sending me pictures of these big bulls that he's killing, and he finally invited me down, and this is my first time ever hunting in New Mexico, and I just cannot wait to get started. I picked a Remington 700 model because that was my ranch gun. That's what I carry in the vehicle at all times. That's my go-to gun. It's an extension of me.
Killed quite a few bulls in here.
Food, water, and cover.
Yeah, this isn't the hot spot right now, but I was kind of hoping maybe we'd get lucky and catch a good bull coming out of here.
This is a late season elk hunt. We're hunting the last week of January, the last week of the season. We planned it this way because there's no moon. Archery hunting, I do like a full moon, but Chris says down here, and I have to believe him, he says a full moon will absolutely shut the elk down.
In the late season, there's quite a few challenges. They don't talk, so you're doing nothing but glassing. The rut's over, so they're busted up. There's a lot of bulls out here that are missing a lot of tines, and finding a bull this time of year that's all intact is probably the biggest challenge of all. Let's see if there's any bulls hanging out with them. Sometimes in big herds like that will still have a bull or two with them.
All cows.
Yeah, all cows.
I know Colorado elk don't like wind, and I'm sure New Mexico elk are the same way. So we're trying to find little pockets that are out of the wind, but there's still the one thing that we have to keep in mind is that water and food. As you can see around here, there's plenty of food. We're sticking pretty close to the water holes. And I think if we keep on being persistent with the water holes and hunting around them and hunting the ridges that are, especially as long as this wind is blowing, we're gonna find them. They're gonna be tight. They're gonna be pocketed up in this timber. There's bachelor groups of bulls in here someplace. We've seen their tracks. They're not hitting these water troughs, and we're just stumped. We don't know what to do, and we're getting frustrated as hell. Our days are winding down rapidly, and we really don't know what to do. We've been hitting them hard morning and night, and leave them alone during the daytime, because that's when the elk are sleeping. We should be too. I know, we're almost out of options on this deal.
Trying different areas every morning. We're hiking and glassing. Middays, we're not doing much, hanging out, and in the evening hunts, we're still doing the same thing, going to different places and trying to find them bulls that are hidden. We know they're here. We've seen their tracks. We've seen all the cows that they were running with during the rut, and need them to show up, need them to give us a sight. Good bull rub there.
Jeez, look at that. That's amazing. I have never seen that.
That's gonna be a pretty good bull.
Yeah, we don't get that in Colorado at all. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't believe that. That tall. That tall.
That's the bull we're looking for right there.
Yeah, let's go find him.
Yeah, these late season hunts, it's a lot of glassing, sitting on high knobs and glassing a lot of country, locating the bulls. It's strictly spot and stalk from there. There's a lot of mule deer style hunting in these late season elk hunts.
Still no elk. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I know there's elk in here. We've seen the tracks. We've seen all hundreds of cows, but not one bachelor group. What gives?
I mean, they've been here. They were here, you know, weeks prior to this week. I mean, they got to be here somewhere.
I mean, we see the tracks. We see the cows at night. I know the wind has to have them shut down. I know that, but
yeah, and you know, look, it's been cold and windy. You know, it hasn't been good weather for us at all.
hunting this late, the cows are grouped up, and I call them nursery groups. They'll stay together like that until calving season, which would be middle May, June. The bulls will pull off in bachelor groups. With the drought down here, as with any other place, the horns are brittle. They've had a lot of broken antlers this year. Trying to find an intact bull will be tough, we know that. Where these bachelor groups are hiding down in these arroyos in the thick pinyon and juniper, we're gonna have a tough time finding them, I know that. But that's all conducive to late season elk hunting.
They're in the shade straight across. Yeah, I think he's behind a tree right now. One's got his head broken out. He's real small. We'll see if something else steps out.
You see one now?
Yeah, all you can see is his face. He's looking our way. You know, it's a spike. All that's sticking out is his head and his horns. He's looking back like he's watching another one. See him standing there?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if something else walks out with him. Let's go ahead and go up the ridge. That's probably all that was there.
Yep.
I mean, we just did the same thing day after day in different areas, trying to look in every hole that we could to find the bulls. I mean, we found the cows, we found small bulls. The big bulls just were tough to be found. We're hunting on the backside of this ridge. There's no roads in it. The elk kind of like to hide in there, and with the wind the way it is, I figured there's a lot of little cuts and stuff in there that we'd be able to find them in, and we was able to pick up a few. Nothing we're gonna be shooting at today. One looks pretty busted up.
That's the thing about these late season hunts. We're hunting at the end of January. We weren't expecting to see a lot of elk, but all these bulls are bachelored up in just a little bachelor groups of bulls, so we're not expecting to see a lot of cows here. And everything we've seen so far has been nothing but bulls, so we just gotta find the right one. We came in second to the last night, depressed again. A lot of elk, but no bulls, you know, besides small spikes, 2 points. Jim broke the news to us that he finally found a bachelor group of bulls. You know, they had one decent 6x in it, a really nice 5x, and 4 other smaller bulls. When he said a big 5x, I mean, that got my attention because I like 5xs.
Jim spotted them bulls coming over, and we knew exactly what to do with elk in that area.
We got up early that morning, way before daylight, and we started walking up to this ridge top.
Let's go ahead and hang out right here, and we can see pretty good from here.
Okay.
Hopefully they come out of one of these drainages here.
As we got up there, we glassed, and there was nothing. And Anthony, he kept going back over to the other side of the ridge, glassing down in that bowl. You know, it was late. It was 7:30, and the sun had been up for, 45 minutes. And finally, I was sitting there, and I saw antler tips going through the cedar trees. Got him. Got him. Got the bulls coming over the ridge. I got 2 of them coming right up the ridge, right on top of the ridge. They're right in the trees. We were counting the bulls as they're coming out. We counted 4 of them, and my nice big 5x was in there. There's that big 5 right there.
Second one back.
I'm gonna put a round in.
He's right between those trees. All right, reload.
And they come hauling to us. I mean, they were running right to us.
All right, they're coming to us. They're running to us.
Which one?
He's the third one back.
They're gonna come right out on this ridge.
Middle one, he's
Got
just
him.
above him.
Got him.
All right, you got him
there
good
you
that
go.
time, right behind the shoulder. He's going down. He's done.
Got him.
All right, he's good.
Cool deal. Cool deal, buddy.
Good job.
Now, who would have thunk it? That was amazing. I would never thought they would come run right to us.
Down, well, let's call Jim and well,
Please tell me you can get the buggy down at the bottom of that hill.
not quite. It's gonna be a tough pack. We got a
Oh, really?
steep canyon, but we'll get a hold of Jim and we'll go take a peek at him. What'd you say?
Okay. Let's do her. You know, this is a hunt, but it's also a TV show. Being the last minute, last day, you know, you're almost like the field goal kicker on the last few seconds of a Super Bowl. And, you know, had I missed, I'd have been a failure in the Super Bowl. I'd have lost the game. And this was kind of our last chance. We had one more evening, then we finally found the right bull. And we got her done, luckily.
All right, there he is, Dan.
That is a perfect bull. The nice big 5x. I mean, that's actually the bull I wanted. The 6 points are nice, but a small 6 is a small 6, but a big 5 is a big 5. And I like them. Good job, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And that's what I said last night. I'd rather shoot a bigger 5 than a small 6.
Yeah.
And that's a hell of a bull right there. We know the quality of bulls that they harvest down here. With Jim's input, the rancher's input, Chris with Compass West Outfitters, they don't over-harvest. That's something that you gotta give them credit for because they could sell a lot more hunts than they do because of the quality bulls that they kill. But they know if they over-harvest, their quality is gonna go down and the quality of the hunt is gonna go down. Got great genetics. Look at the fronts on those. I mean, this is a younger bull, but you don't normally see fronts like that. And I know you got big genetics here. These Colorado bulls, we don't have this big third like this. We have the shortest thirds. We always have good fronts, but our thirds are really short typically. And our backs are real good. And by the way, first time I've ever hunted New Mexico. This is my first New Mexico bull. I am a guide, I am an outfitter. I learned a lot from this. I have a new respect for clients when they come into our camp now. I know by my experience here, I kind of know what's in their mind. It's gonna make me a better guide and a better outfitter because I'm gonna treat my clients a little different than I have in the past. There's guide's time and there's client's time, and I'm gonna work more towards the client's time because they deserve it.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Anthony, I do appreciate it.
We hunted hard for it, so.
It's definitely earned.